Good afternoon, good day. Today we are going to proceed Barron's Essential Words for the IELTS Unit 3 Text 2 Major Subways of Europe. On the left hand side we have text, on the right hand side we have questions related to this text. Let's read the task. Do the following describe the subway system in London, Paris or Moscow. Write the correct letter A, B or C. A is London, B Paris, C Moscow. So let's read the first question. It was used as a military headquarters during World War II. So let's highlight keywords. It's headquarters, military headquarters during World War II. So let's review some words related to this headquarters. So also World War II can be used as a keyword, but it's not mandatory. Let's review quickly. So basically, as I understood, the text related to subways in different countries, especially London, Paris and Moscow, the history of these subways. So questions also could be related to this history of the subways. So let's review here. We can't find some information about headquarters. Quick scan it. Even words similar or synonyms to this sentence can be found here as well. Let's go further to the following paragraph, and here we have some information about headquarters. C, military headquarters. Let's highlight these words. And the Moscow subway was even used as a military headquarters. So this says about Moscow subway directly. So let's highlight this. So answer to the first question will be C, which is Moscow. Let's read the second question. It has a large percentage of its track above the ground. So basically, this is a large percentage of its track above the ground. This is basically information. We have to find information in which subway where large percentage of the track above the ground. So let's review further. So as you see, there is no order, since the answer to the first question was basically at the end of the text. So there is no logic. So it's a little bit complicated. But sometimes when you go to IELTS, they usually give an order. So let's review some information about the track. So we go above, and let's review here some information about that track. So here, as you can see, there is also information track above the ground. Let's read the sentence. The Moscow metro opened in 1935. It was based on the design of the London tube, except much of the track is above ground. So there is confusion of words about London tube, but it doesn't say about that. Be careful. This track is above ground related to Moscow. So basically it says that Moscow metro was just similar to London tube, except much of the track is above ground. So the answer to the second question will be C, not A. Be careful about that. So let's read the third question. It was originally built for the operation of steam trains. So which metro was built originally for operation of the steam trains? Let's scan and try to find some information about steam trains. So basically in the second paragraph we can just find some information about the steam, basically steam trains. So let's review here some information about the London subway. And here we have the word steam engines, and this word basically related to the trains, and it was originally built for steam trains, as you can see here. So let's read this sentence. Steam engines chugged under London released steam through vents along the city's streets. So basically it was originally for not for like metro, for underground metro, it was like for steam engines, steam trains basically. So this only paragraph which contains information about steam. So logically it would answer to the third question, because we don't have any information below about the steam. So anyway, we don't have time to waste our time on that, so we can just logically to put that answer, since there is no information about the steam trains below. So as answer to the third question will be A, London. Let's read the first question. It is famous for the beautiful architecture. Let's highlight the word beautiful architecture. It could be buildings, it could be some paintings, those kind of stuff. Which one is decorated? Let's review from London. In the London subway there is just information about steam engines and about the trains, especially. Below it's the Paris, about the Paris, and further about the Moscow. About the Moscow, they said that it was military headquarters during the Second World War. So it's in the Paris. They just see, you can just see here the word architecture and decorated. So sculptures, paintings, mosaics, innovative doors and the walls. So basically this is all of this decoration, and it was related to the Paris subway. So answer to the fourth question will be B, Paris. Let's go further. It's the text. So fifth question. The Paris metro stations are decorated with. So basically this is answer close to the answer to the fourth question. We know about London, we know about Paris. Here the question related to the Paris. So let's read the answers. A, pictures of the Olympics. B, different kinds of artwork. C, photographs of the World's Fair. D, examples of engineering. Here we just can't see any information about Olympics. There is only one paragraph says information about the Paris, and basically no, we have here information about Olympics, but it doesn't say about the decoration with the Olympic pictures of Olympics. It's not about that. So basically decoration is below. And there is can be a little bit confusion, distraction words. So it's better to be careful and just to go to the decoration part, and there is a counting which was exactly decoration for that kind of metro. So the answer will be, of course, different kinds of artwork, because they just count which kind of mosaics, sculptures, paintings. There are lots of different artwork which is there in Paris subway. So let's read the sixth question. The London Underground was first built because. So basically it's about the London Underground. Go above. We know exactly where information about London Underground. Let's try to find here some information why this London Underground was built. So basically here's the information, which it was opened in 1863, and by that time horses and pedestrians had so clogged the streets of London that city government rules that no railroads could enter the city except underground. So it was a crowded area, as we can see here. Whole sentence says about that. A. The underwater pedestrian tunnel had been damaged. A new method for digging tunnels had been developed. The city streets were too clogged for trains on the surface. The city wanted to rebuild the transportation system in Paris. So basically, the answer will be C, because the city was too clogged. Even here we have the same verb, clogged. So let's read the seventh question. The introduction of electric train engines allowed to. Electric train engines, highlight this word. So A, the deeper tunnels. B, more pedestrians. C, innovative doors and the walls. D, more art showcase in the stations. So electric train engines. So do you remember we had information about steam engines here in the London part? So we can go below here and we can just find some information about electric engines, because it could be close to the steam engines, so it's just logically, but let's check it. Here some information about the electric engines. We can find electric train engines here was highlighted. It's related to the London subway. So the introduction of electric train engines allowed for what they were allowed to do. There was some issue with steam engines. It means that that's why they just started to use electric train engines. These trains did not have to be close to the surface to release steam. The chute could be used to dig deeper tunnels without destroying the surface structure of them. So this is basically the answer to the seventh question was highlighted. So it could they could go deep to create deeper tunnels. So answer to the seventh question will be A. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye. Good afternoon, good day. Today we are going to proceed Barron's essential words for the IELTS.